All right, welcome back to the what is it? Suzhou, and it's quarterfinals. We've got Yala. She's taking on Golubic. Her matches are getting slightly tougher. The opponents are getting tougher and tougher. This 2-fit 125 is much harder than the Guadalajara tournament she played when it comes to opponents. And this is the first time I think she's playing a top 100 player in her run the last couple of tournaments. So Golubic has been, I think is she a gold medalist, doubles medalist at the Olympics as well. So very accomplished player, very experienced player. Number 70 in the world. She hasn't played a top 100 player since the US Open when she took on Towson and Buksha. So, First top 100 player since then. She did beat Minnan in the last round, who is 106, former top 100 player. So she has played, and she played Lulu Sun last week, of course, former top 100 player. So yeah, so this is by far the toughest opponent she's played since that US Open, and she's coming off two very tough matches the other as well. So luckily she had a day off yesterday because that's going to help. That will help her recharge for this one. But let's see how she can handle this, because this is the first player she's played as well that is sort of almost like close to her ranking as well, 70, 55. You know, they're pretty close in ranking. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Winner of this takes on Tatiana Maria, I think. Yeah, because Put and Saber had to withdraw. Not sure why, but she did. So winner of this takes on Tatiana Maria, who's number 2 seed and is a tougher opponent again. So if Yala does win this trophy, she has earned it. How are we doing, chap? What's going on? What is up? We also got Djokovic coming on later tonight as well. So it's a big, big day. All right. How was the film? What film? I haven't seen it yet. I'm going today. I'm going after this. All right. This could be an epic. Oh, yeah. By the way, Golovich, one of the only players on the WTA with a one-handed... Well, one of the only players that have a one-handed backhand. You know, we haven't had too many... There's not too many players left with one-handed backhands these days. So that'll be interesting to see how Yala can deal with... Because Golovich is going to hit a lot of slice backhands. And she can come to the net too. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. All right. But here we go. Here we go. Enjoy the movie? I will. By the way, chat, yesterday after streams, I watched a movie called Drag Me to Hell. I said yesterday that I wanted to watch a white knuckle roller coaster ride horror movie that would scare the shit out of me. Touché. Sam Raimi. By the way, not the great... Like, there was definitely some parts that were, like, horrible CGI, but it was 2009. And it was post his Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, so maybe he just didn't have the budget to do the effects that he wanted. There was some really bad CGI, but other than that, it was like... that was intense. It was intense. All right. Definitely the type of movie that I was looking for. That was crazy. And gross, too. Just nasty. Just a gross, nasty movie. Ugh, it was not... Don't watch it if you don't... Well, just don't watch it. All right. Can Yala secure the first point? I have no idea. That sounds like such a gambling question, though. And I'm not going to answer it anyway. Can she get the first point? That is a... Who cares? Why does that... Nobody cares. It's whether or not she can win the match. That's the point. You win the first point. It doesn't matter. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Ayala's going to serve first. So let's see. Let's see what happens. And Golovich is just practicing returns. There's a bit of a crowd there for the quarterfinals. So the quarterfinals, there's this one. There's one less quarterfinal because Put and Saver withdrew. And then up the top half of the draw, there's like no big names left. I mean, Volley Nets and Dollarhide, both top 100 players or former top 100 players, they're playing each other. And then you got the lucky loser battle between Okamura and Kazan Saver. So yeah, bit of a random lucky loser battle in the top half of the draw. So you would think, based on ranking, that the bottom half of the draw is where the champion comes from. It's going to be one of these ladies or Maria. But then again, Volley Nets and Dollarhide are not. They're not to be. I mean, Dollarhide's got some very good hitting. Very. She's kind of a bit like an Isamova Sabalenka type. Has that the aggressive ground strokes, and Volley Nets is a crafty one. So maybe one of them could win it, but it feels like the bottom half of the draw could be the... Oh, Put and Saver and Dollarhide are in the qualities. Oh, maybe that's why Put and Saver withdrew. Yeah, Put and Saver might have withdrawn to go play in Wuhan. That makes sense. That would make sense for her to do that. Now, speaking of Wuhan, if Iala wins this match, I think she does. She will miss Wuhan, but she could get a special entry as well. So it's not like she can't play Wuhan, but it's... You would think the winner of this match is unlikely to play Wuhan unless they get a get something a pass or something. By the way, withdrawals from Wuhan, you got Badosa, Hadaj, Keys, Krejcikova, Pliskova, Svitolina, and Vondrousova. That's a big list of players. That's a long list of players. That's a lot of withdrawals. And a lot of big withdrawals too. Alright, Yala serving. I'm gonna go Yala in 3. As Yala forehand down the line. Goes long, 15-all. That's a long list. Alright, 15-all. What time's my movie? I don't know. This afternoon. Alright, 15-all. As Yala serves again. And then Golovich puts up a lob. But Yala gets a smash, goes down the line with the forehand. Golovich on the stretch in the net. It's 30-15. Yeah, Wuhan is a Masters 1000. Final 1000 of the year. The last Masters 1000 of the season. 30-15. What type of tea is that? It's a peppermint tea. All right. As we get a slice from Golovich. It's a bit of a drop shot, and then Iala in the net, 30-all. 30 odd. By the way, chat, went for a run this morning. 4K. Pretty happy with that. My legs hurt. Like a lot. Go figure. All right. 30 old. Serve. From Yala as a fault. Second serve. Seven to the forehand of Golovich. Back in it from Yala. Into the forehand of Golovich. There's Yala backhand again. The forehand of Golovich. Into the forehand of Yala, who shanks it. Goes in. Golovich with a smash. Yala gets the racket to it, but goes wide. 30-40. 30-40. Break point. 30-40. All right. First serve is a fault, second serve. As a return goes in front of Yala. Yala puts it away. And she gets the deuce. All right. Yala serves a fault, second serve. Has a backhand return from Golovich. Very nice. Yala gets it back. And then Golovich forehand winner down the line. That inside out backhand. Beautiful shot. All right. Advantage Golovich to get back, to get the break first game of the match. All right. Advantage Golovich. Serving to the slice of Golovich. Return goes back into Yala. Yala hits it long. Golovich breaks. Hello. There we go. 1-0. One, 0. 1-0. Oh, pardon me. All right. Break to start the match. All right. Let's see how Golovich serves. All right. 1-0. As the return goes to the backhand of Golovich. Forehand from Yala. Golovich pass. Yala volleys. Golovich lob. And Yala can't get it back. Remember, Golovich, like I said, has played a lot of doubles. So she will be able to retrieve or return the ball or not freak out if Yala comes to the net. She did win a silver medal in doubles back in Tokyo 2021. She has won the Fed Cup as well with Switzerland, and playing the doubles mainly with Bencic and I think Teichmann as the singles players. So yeah, if Yala does come to the net, it better be on a good approach. So Golubic, 32 years old, so I would say veteran status at this point. As Golubic serves, 15-0. Yala returns the front of Golubic. Yala backhand. Again, the front of Golubic as Yala cross-court the backhand and slice of Golubic. Again, the front of Yala. But Yala hits out. 30-15. 30-15. As the return goes into the slice of Golubic, falling out from Yala. Into the backhand of Golubic as Yala forehand again. To the backhand of Golubic, lob goes up. And Yala puts away the smash. All right, 30-0. We have fault, second serve. As Golovich hits a lovely passing shot. All right, advantage. 40-30 Golovich to take the lead, consolidate at the break. Return goes in the net by Yala. All right, 2-love Golovich. Yala is going to win this match too. Easier, am sure of that, okay? All right, back to Yala. 2-love. Golovich breaks. How has the break? As we had a drop shot from Golovich and Yala puts in the net. Love 15. Love 15. As return goes the forehand of Yala and then Golovich in the net. 15-0. Oh, watch out. We're almost at 200 likes already. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We're almost at 270, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. 15-0. As Yala serves a fault, second serve. As it a forehand in the net by Golovich, and it's 30-15. All right, 30-15. Serve again. There's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Is a double, it's a good serve. Return goes in the net. And it's 40-15. Golubic is super experienced, really cool person too. Had the pleasure of meeting her years back. Oh, nice. 40-15. As a return goes into the back end of Golubic. Back end of Yala goes to the back end of Golubic as they go the forehand from Golubic. Yala with the forehand down the line. Golubic gets it, but hits it in the net. All right. Yala on the board. Golubic with the break, 2-1. Danny.
Go, Alex.
Thank you, Danny, for the 5. And Darren.
Come, your commitment to excellence is admirable.
I don't know about excellence, but thank you for the 5. Thank you for the 2. What was it? Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donation. All right. I'm watching the replay of Paolini versus Anisimova since I missed it. Cool. More Gauff versus Anisimova be tomorrow. We will watch that. And then we will watch... I don't know. Sinner's probably playing tomorrow as well. I think Sinner's playing tomorrow. I think. All right. Golovich to the break, but Yala hits a winner to start off the game. Love 15. Love 15. As Yala hits another winner, love 30. Love 30. Love 30 as that goes out by Yala on the return, 15-30. By the way, we've got Runas, Shelton, Tiafo all playing today as well. Rude as well. Taylor Fritz is playing later, so we'll keep an eye on those results when we watch Djokovic later, but we're not watching all those matches. That goes in the net by Golubic. All right, 15-40. Yala to take back the break. $15.40. As Golovich hits it out, we're back on serve. 2-all. All right. 2-2. Two. All right, Yala to serve. Back on serve. Matches we're watching today, this and Djokovic. 2-0. As a return goes in the backhand of Yala. Backhand slice from Golovich. Yala comes in with a volley. Too good. Puts it away. 15 love. As the backhand goes into the forehand of Golovich. Down the line to the forehand of Yala. Golovich backhand is too strong. Down the line, good backhand too. All right, 15 all. Serve again. And the return goes in the forehand of Yala. Golovich shanks it. Yala comes to net. Golovich passing shot in the net. 30-15. All right. As Golovich hits the net, 40-15. As the return goes in the backhand of Yala. 4 now from Golovich as Yala hit the drop shot. Too good. All right, 3-2. Yala leads in this first set. 3-2. Yala's figured her out. Yeah, she definitely looks a lot more comfortable now. 3-2. What's going on, chat? How is life? By the way, next week without Alcaraz, we're probably not going to watch much Shanghai. So just prepare yourselves. Be prepared. We're going to watch a bit of Wuhan because there's a lot of... draw for Wuhan must come out today, right? Or tomorrow. Probably, no, today. What's today? Friday? No, tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, we'll watch Wuhan because it's like the last big tournament, whereas Shanghai is, I don't know, it's kind of mid. I mean, the ATP without Alcaraz is tough. Pia.
Go Alex. Thanks Cam for covering Alex again.
No worries. Thank you for the donation. ATP, it's a rough watch without its superstars. I mean, you take out Alcaraz, right? We're going to watch Sinner, we're going to watch Djokovic. Shelton's back, which I love, personally. Fritz is playing well, so we'll keep an eye on him as well. I like watching Runa. Zverev and Musetti are there, but I don't know if Musetti's healthy enough. Demonor's there as well. Up the top half. But the top half of the draw is... Felix is back, so that's good. But yeah, top half of the draw is very... Every second day in Shanghai, it's probably going to be very quiet. All right, 15-0. Like tomorrow, for example, Sinner's playing, but other than that, it's not looking super crazy. As Golovich hits it out, 15-30. Chance for Yala to break and lead here. 15-30. Philippines 125 scheduled for the end of January. I hope it gets done. Yeah, that's going to be fun. And such a smart idea. WTA are must be listening to the show because we told them that's what they should do. As Golovich is the winner 30-0. We said the Philippines need to get a tournament, even if it's a 125. Just something. Just get something in the Philippines right now while Yala's playing, starting her career. Because eventually Yala's not going to play 125s. So eventually the Philippines need a 250 to entice Yala to come play. because otherwise 125s, eventually Yala's going to grow out of playing 125s, and unless she needs to get some form, she won't be going back to challenges, right? She'll be only playing the big tournaments. But if there's a 250 in the Philippines, and you've got to start somewhere. But if there's a 250 in the Philippines, she'll definitely go there. Like Djokovic goes to 250s, doesn't matter if it's, a small event, he still plays those, even if, because if they're at home, you go play at home. But it's a good start. 125, Yala would definitely play it if she's healthy. And then I guess the hope is eventually, straight after the Australian Open, there's a 250 in the Philippines, like there is in Singapore. And look, there's going to be a huge crowd. By the way, I might go to the Philippines around that time. Post Australian Open, I might go to the Philippines. That might be where I'm heading. So maybe I'll go check it out. Go hang out with all of you guys at the tennis. All right, 4-2. Yala breaks. She's got the lead. She's won 4 games in a row. 4-2 Yala. All right, Yala to serve. As the drop shot goes in, but Yala's there. And hits a winner, 15-love. Love. Serve again from Yala. As the return goes back into Yala. Back in now from Golovich into the front of Yala. As Golovich down the line in the net. And it's 30-love. 30-love. As Yala double faults, 30-15. As Yala serves the fault, second serve. As the return goes to front of Yala. Slice from Golovich goes out, 40-15. All right. Yala holds. She's won 5 games in a row, 5-2. 5-2. Five games in a row for Yala. Whoever loses this match is playing in Wuhan. No pressure for both to win. Well, so the thing is, Yala will get a special entry. I think if she wins. So if she wants to play Wuhan, she'll probably get a special entry. I don't know if Golubic will get the same. Because, and not that saying that Golubic is losing because she wants to play Wuhan, because that's silly. But I think Yala, if she does win this title and wants to play next week, they would be crazy not to give her a chance. Especially because we know how, obviously, I mean, Yala's super, super popular. So, giving a wild card to popular players is one of the reasons why wild cards are given to certain players. If they bring people to the tennis, they'd be crazy not to give her a chance. I don't know. They haven't even given out the wild cards. So there's 4 wild cards. So she might get a wild card if she needs one. So yeah. So I don't think this match, if Yala wins this match, I think she still could play Wuhan. It's more Golubic. She probably doesn't play Wuhan if she loses. Oh, sorry, if she wins. All right. Backhand goes into the forehand of Yala. Up goes a lob. Golubic with a smash. 15-all. 15-all. Oh, Golubic is not playing qualies. All right, well, there you go. Good serve, Golubic. Nope. It was a fault. Second serve. Second serve. It's a double fault. 15-30. Well, if Golubic is not playing qualies, then she needs to win this match to keep her tennis going. Unless she's playing next week. The 15-30. Golubic with a serve. Comes to the net with a volley. But Yala too strong with a pass. 15-40. Yala to win the first set here. $15.40. Serve and volley Golubic. I wonder if Golubic is hurting, because why is she serving and volleying? Yala hits a pass 6-2. I think something's wrong with Golubic. She served volley the last 2 points. I think something might be up. That was a strange way to end the set. By the way, umbrellas are up. That's not good. Yeah, that was a weird way to finish the set for Golubic. 2 serve and volleys. It's not how she usually plays. Or not in that situation. All right, first set. Yala wins 6 games in a row after getting down an early break. Wildcard in China always favors their own players. Well, yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of Chinese players that might get wildcards. But Yala could get a special exempt. Or is it a special exempt? Yeah. Which means that if you're playing well in the tournament the week before and you can't get to the qualifying, you get a special exempt. Now, if the tournament give that out, I don't know. But that'd be crazy not to give Yala a chance to play if she wants to play. Right? I mean, that would be crazy. All right. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Yala can keep it going. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Golubic. That was a strange way to end the set. Maybe she was just pissed off that she was losing the momentum and but she's not really running for anything. As Yala hits a winner, 15-love. Winner of this will play Tatiana Maria tomorrow. I'm not sure when, but probably about this time tomorrow. I noticed that she's favoring her right leg. Yala's fine. Nothing wrong with the Yala. She's fine. All right, backhand slice goes into the backhand of Yala. But Yala hits it long, and it's 15-all. 15-all. Alex got a Wuhan wildcard last year. Well, there you go. There you go. Maybe she'll get another one. As the slice goes in it by Golovich. And it's 30-15. All right, as that goes out by Yala, it's 30-all. As Yala serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in from Golovich, the forehand of Yala sliced. Golovich comes in with a forehand cross court. Yala puts up a lob, but it's long. 30-40. Golovich to take the early break again. $30-40. As the slice goes in the back of Yala, Golovich with a forehand. Into the forehand of Yala is Golovich forehand again, sliced. Into the forehand of Yala, Golovich sliced forehand again. Into the forehand of Yala, he puts away the winner. We get to deuce. All right, deuce. As Golovich returns into the back of Yala, forehand from Golovich. To the back of Yala, Yala in the net. And Golovich gets a chance to break first game of the second. All right, Yala serves. Into the forehand of Golovich. Yala back into the net. Okay. Same as the first set. Yala is broken. One love Golovich in the second. Maria would be a very tough opponent. Yeah. I mean, didn't Tatiana Maria win like a 500 tournament this year? So, like, that's very tough. Now, Maria and Yala have played 4 times, and it's 4-0 Maria. Jeez, that's probably the most Yala's played any one single person. They haven't played since this time last year when they played in Guadalajara, and it was 7-5, 6-2. So obviously Yala's gotten a lot better since they last played, but they played 4 times. All of them have been straight sets victories to Maria. So that's interesting. 3 of them on hard courts. So that'll be a real test. I mean, the next match, if Yala does get through this, the next one will be a huge gauge on how good she is, or has gotten, right? You know, if she can beat Maria, then obviously Yala's improved a lot. At least her game is you know, she's got to feel good about that. Like, if you can get a win over somebody you've lost 4 in a row, then that shows improvement right there. That's one of the probably the biggest things. She's like, I want to get one of those wins, you know, because 4 in a row, I mean, that's a lot. So we'll see. But she has to win this match first. Has Golovich won love? As Golovich serves. A fault, second serve. As Golovich serves. And the Yala return. Golovich hits a backhand winner. 15 love. Maria is rested as well with a walkover against Putintseva. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Slice from Golovich. Yala hit the forehand to the forehand slice of Golovich. Yala with the backhand slice. Golovich slices it back. Yala backhand down the line. Golovich gets it back with a slice. Yala backhand again. Golovich backhand again. The backhand of Yala. Golovich with a pass. But Yala volleys it away. Great play by Yala. 15-0. All right. 15-0. As Golovich serves again. And Yala gets a point, 15-30. As Yala in the net in the return, 30-0. As Golovich backhand into the backhand of Yala to the front of Golovich as Yala backhand in the net. 40-30. go to 2. To go to 2-love in the second. As Yala backhand return, the forehand of Golubic. Good shot down the line. Yala gets it back. Golubic with a drop shot winner. All right. Golubic holds. And it's 2-love in the second, just as it was in the first. All right, 2-love. As the return goes to the backhand of Yala. Yala hits it wide, though. All right. Love 15. As it goes out by Golovich on the return. As that goes out by Golovich. 30-15. As Yala comes to the net, up goes a lob. And Yala hits it in the net. And it's 30-all. Chance for Golovich to go up the double break. As Yala serves again. A fault. Second serve. As the return goes to forehand of Yala. Backhand Golubic. As Yala hits it out. And it's 30-40 Golubic to take the double break in the second. All right. As Yala serves the fault. Second serve. Into the back into Golovich. Forehand from Yala. Goes wide. There's the double break. All right, 3-love. 3-love Golovich in the second. Okay. 3-0. Very strange match. Very weird momentum shifts in this one. Okay, 3-love. Three-love Golovich. So it was 2-love, then it was 6-2, then it was 3-love. The momentum changes are wild. All right, as Yala hits it in the net. And it's 15-love. As Golovich down the line to the back end of Yala. As Yala forehand cross-court again. Golovich gets it. Yala goes in the forehand of Golovich. As Golovich comes to the net and hits away the volley. 30-love. All right, 30-love. As Yala with the backhand down the line. Goes long and it's 40-love. Love. As with a forehand on the stretch from Yala. Golovich with a drop shot. Yala comes to the net. Hits it in the net. It's 4-love. 4-love Golovich in the second. Yala did not participate in Hong Kong 125 in September, so no scheduled conflict with Wuhan. Okay. Cam, did you remove fan points, by the way? Yeah, because it was annoying. And they don't do anything. So, like, they're not really there's no use for them. So I got rid of them. All right, love 15. As Yala serves again. If there was a 125 in the Philippines, would you go? I mean, if I'm in the Philippines at the time, maybe, yeah. But I wouldn't go to the Philippines just for tennis. I'd go to the Philippines because I want a holiday away from life. As with a backhand slice. Into the backhand of Yala. Backhand now from Golovich. Yala with a volley. Golovich with a lob. is too good. Love 30. Love 30. Chance for Golubic to go to 5 love. I think at this point, Yala's probably just thinking, let's just get to the third set and figure it out. The good thing is that this match is going quick. So unlike Yala's last 2 matches, which have taken a long time, this 3-setter, if it does go 3, won't be as exhausting for Yala, which is good at this stage. Like, it won't be as taxing as the other ones. And she's done fine on those ones, so. 15:30. How's my day been? It's been pretty... Nothing's happened. I woke up, I went for a run, and then I'm here. My day hasn't started yet. 30 all. My day starts after this. And then I get to go see that Leo DiCaprio movie. All right, 30 love, 30 all. As Yala serves. Yeah, the time zone. Yeah, it's only 1 o'clock. As the slice return goes in the back of Yala, backhand slice from Golovich. Is Yala forehand to the slice of Golovich. Yala with a volley, Golovich with a lob, Yala with a smash. But she missed it. All right, 30-40. As Golovich returns back into Yala, forehand from Golovich. Into the forehand of Yala. Golovich in the net. And Yala gets the deuce. All right, deuce. Serve again. As that lob goes up by Golovich, and then Yala puts away the volley. Advantage Yala to take a game in this second set. It wouldn't be a bagel if Coco blanks her opponent. It would be a coconut. Cool. Advantage Yala. All right. As that goes out by Golovich, and Yala's on the board. 4-1 to Golovich with a double break. All right. 4-1. For Golubic. Yala making a crucial error that make her lose a game. Okay. Nope, no unforced error stats for this, only for Grand Slams. And some 1000s, but not for this. Who got winning tonight? Cilic or Djokovic? Djokovic. Obviously, Novak. All right. 4-1. Golovich with a double break in the second. Now, the thing is, Yala's got to be careful because if Golovich does hold, Yala has to hold to at least be serving first in the third. She was serving second in both these 2 sets, and she went down a break early. So serving first in the third for Eala will definitely help. So she's gonna have to hold the next game. As Yala goes to forehand of Golovich, in comes Yala with a forehand, but overhits it. And it's 15-love. We have Halloween costume contest every year at work. This year, 3 of my co-workers and I are doing a theme together. I wish we did that in Australia, but they don't do that. 15-love. Well, we don't do Halloween, so... 15-love. As Yala comes to the net. Golovich with the pass. Oh, Yala got it back. But Golovich slices it away. And it's 30-love. I'm going as Mike Myers as a chef intern. Reformed Halloween villain. That's funny. That's a good one. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. 30-love. As Yala hits a lovely approach winner. 30-15. I know you said Bones was okay, but what did you think of the wall scene with the dead people while the guy was listening to music on the... I said that yesterday, Leon. That's one of the craziest scenes. Like, it was okay, but then there was some really good effects. But I just didn't like the blood. I thought the blood was very fake. And then, like, the blood looked like paint. And then there was some, like, kind of early 2000 CGI, which was a little bit... At the time, it would have been great, but it's a little bit dodgy. But I thought, yeah, that was, like, one of the craziest... That and at the end when he puts the dad through the wall, like that end part, and like when they were in that like other reality, or the upside down reality, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that scene was crazy when they were all like coming out of the wall, and like, all the hands. Oh man, that was creepy as hell. It's good though. That was the best part of by far the best part of the movie. The wall. Yeah, when the dad's like, "Help me, son," and puts his arm out. Like those effects those like practical effects were awesome. Anyways, Yala hits it out. It's 5-1 Golovich. Yeah, that was definitely one of the best parts of the movie. All right. 5-1. Yala serving to stay in the set. As Yala puts in the net, and it's love 15. Now, like I said, Yala's got a hold here. This is a very important game. Love 15. As Yala with the drop shot is great. Lovely drop shot winner. And it's 15-0. All right, 30-15, Yala trying to hold. 40-15. Yala to hold and make Golovich serve the set. As Yala backhand down the line, Golovich gets it with the slice. Into the forehand of Yala. Golovich backhand into the net. All right, Yala holds. 5-2. That's exactly what she needed to do. All right. 5-2 Golovich. She's going to serve the set. Winner of this plays Tatiana Maria tomorrow. Probably around this time tomorrow, I would guess. Maria didn't have to play today. Now, if you are an Yala fan, you've been a fan for hers for years, you'll know that Tatiana Maria has been a very big problem for Yala. So, if Yala does get through this match, that will be a very interesting opportunity for Yala to try and get one of the wins that's really been hard for her. One of the match against a player that's really been tough for her. And it's interesting because you wonder, like, why would Tatiana Maria be tough for Yala? You would have thought that, Tatiana Maria, like, she hits slice forehands and backhands. It doesn't really have any power. But that's the reason, because we've noticed with Yala, when she plays players that have power and hit the ball hard, she does a lot better controlling that and dealing with that than she does when she has to generate power. So that makes a lot of sense that Maria would have won every match they've played, because that style is just very awkward for somebody who doesn't necessarily want to generate power. But it's been a year since they've played, so if they do play, it'll be great to see how far Yala has come and whether or not she can be more competitive this time, and what she's learned in the last 12 months by having such great success. As that goes out by Golubic, 15-0. And Golubic has been hitting a lot more slice backhands and forehands, or mainly backhands, in this second set, which is work. So, interesting to see that. I would like to see Yala take on Jabeur next year. That would be interesting. Because we know Ons has a lot of variety and a lot of those kind of like slicey shots. It'd be a good test for Yala to take on someone like Ons. And Ons isn't playing for the rest of the year, but next year, that would be fun. That would be a fun match to see those two play. All right, 15-0. There's a 4 now from Golubic. And the volley in the net by Yala. It's a good attempt, but just missed. 30-15. 30-15. As Golubic serves into the back of Yala. Golubic slice into the forehand of Yala. As Golubic slices again, but it's in the net. 30-0. Golubic trying to take that lead. Sorry, trying to take that set. She already got the lead. All right, serve again. Into the back of Yala. Return the net. And it's 40-30. Set point for Golubic to take us to a third. As that goes out by Yala, Golubic takes the second. And we're 1-all. 1-all. But this time, Yala's going to serve first. No break points against Golubic in that set, by the way. No break points against her. All right. So is Yala resting now and giving all in the third? Probably, yeah. That's probably part of it. Golovich is scheduled to play doubles after a suitable rest. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see how Yala does serving first in the final set. Yala always strong on the first set, dips in the second, and then goes back and plays good in the third. Yeah. Well, let's see if she can do that here. All right. I think both players have gone to the bathroom, so that's why we're waiting. Why is Alex not playing 1,000 events? Because her schedule probably was saying that she was going to play, that she wanted to play, well, wanted to keep her schedule to 125s. Making a semi-final of a 125 or losing first round of 1,000, I mean, I think Yala is going about it the right way. Or worse, losing in the qualifying of a 1,000 event, or playing a semi of a one, getting to the semis of a 125. Again, no brainer. Yala's talking to her coach. Oh yeah, she is. Yeah, so Golovich has left the court. All right. She's scheduled for qualifying, but might get a wild card or special entry. I agree. Yeah, I think she will. The tournament, if she wants to play Wuhan, the tournament would be crazy not to give her a chance. Like, Wuhan would be worse without Yala if she wants to play. And they said no, that'd be crazy. All right. It's time for Golovich to come back. And then we will start the final set. Shocking turn of events. I thought this match was over, but that's tennis for you. Yeah. That it is. That it is. Okay. Golovich is back on court. So let's see how this final set will go. Yala serving first for the first time in this match in a set. So let's see if that makes a difference. It's been pretty quick. This match hasn't been the longest couple of sets. Only an hour and 12 for 2 sets. That's pretty quick. Considering Yala's last 2 matches have gone near 3 hours, or over 3 hours, we're probably not going over 3 hours. We might not even go 2 hours. It's been very quick. Anyways, Golovich returns into the backhand of Yala as Golovich forehand to the forehand of Yala. Into the slice of Golovich as Yala forehand again. Into the forehand of Golovich as Yala backhand. Down the line. Winner. 15 love. $15 love. All right. As Golovich forehand goes to the backhand of Yala. Golovich with a forehand again to the backhand of Yala. Into the forehand of Golovich. As Yala with a forehand into the backhand of Golovich. Again, the forehand of Yala. Golovich backhand again. Into the forehand of Yala on the stretch. Golovich with a slice. Is a drop shot. Yala's going to get it. Hit it down the line. Up goes a lob by Golovich. And then Yala can't get the volley or the smash. Yala, by the way, has got to be feeling tired. She has played a lot of tennis this week, and a lot of tennis in general. She's got to be feeling a bit fatigued at this point. Last 3 matches. 2 hours. That was against Sun last week. 2 hours and 13 minutes. 2 hours and 30 minutes. And then 3 hours and 20 minutes against Minnan. So she's played a lot of tennis. In fact, that match with Minnan was the longest match she's ever played. Only the second time she's played over 3 hours. The first was actually in Guadalajara when she beat Lipchenko. As that goes up by Golovich, Yala tries to hit it past her, and then the volley from Yala, too good. Is a lovely winner. And it's 30-15. That was the longest match she's ever played in the last round. That was 2 days ago. So she did get a break yesterday, but she has played a lot of tennis since the US Open. She's played pretty much every day, almost, since the US Open. So, or at least a couple of days off and on. But those days when she had off, she was traveling, right? She went from Guadalajara to Sao Paulo. She did have a week off from between Sao Paulo and Jingshan, but since coming to Jingshan, she played all last week, and then she's playing all this week, and then she's got to play next week. If she does play Wuhan. 40-15. A lot of tennis. As Yala serves the fault, second serve. But Yala, when she wins the first set, is 32 wins, 7 losses. So she has gone on to win the match 32 times in 39 matches when she wins the first set this year. Her last loss from a set up was against Sun, but we all saw that match, and by the time she got to that final set, Sun had the momentum, and Yala just looked a little bit fatigued. All right, 40-30. But yeah, 32 wins and 7 losses when she has won the first set this year. As the return goes into the forehand of Yala. Backhand now from Golovich. Into the forehand of Yala as Golovich forehand to the forehand of Yala again. Golovich hits it in the net. 1-love Yala, final set. And Golovich this year, when she loses the first set, has only come back 6 times. And hasn't come back since the first round of the US Open, where she came back and beat Boison. And then in final sets this year, Yala's won 13 and lost 11 final sets. 2 obviously in a row this week she's won. And then 10-8 win-loss record for Golubic, as is her record in 3 third sets. Has won 4 of her last 6. And Yala has won 5 of her last 6. So there you go. That's the stats. Pretty even. So you think this final set's pretty even. All right. Anyways, Yala leads for the first time in a set today. And now she can play with a little more freedom. As we get a back end out from Yala into the forehand of Golovich. Yala being a lot more aggressive into the forehand of Golovich. Lob goes up. Yala comes in with a volley. Golovich with a pass. Yala with a volley again, but Golovich is there and puts it away. All right, 15 love. But yeah, Yala can now, if she keeps holding serve, can now be more aggressive with her game. By the way, Hussein, if you're going to come in here and just like argue with Yala fans, please come back tomorrow. Don't be here. Don't be the weird one who comes in and starts to like argue with a group of people that are trying to watch a match of tennis. Nobody likes those people. Don't be that guy. Backhand down the line from Yala is a winner. 15-0. Uh, 15-0. A little fault by Golovich, second serve. There's a return from Yala as a winner. All right, 15-30. Chance for Yala to break straight away. $15.30. As we double fault from Golubic, 15-40. Chance for Yala to get the break early in the third. As Golubic wins the point, 30-40, saves one. Serve again. Here's a fault, second serve. And the return goes in from Yala. Golubic gets it back. Forehand from Yala to the back of Golubic. Yala forehand goes long, and we get to deuce. All right, deuce. Golubic trying to hang on. And stay close in this final set. As Golubic serves a fault, second serve. As that goes in the net by Yala, and it's advantage Golubic. As Yala hits a return wide, Golubic holds. one game all. In the third. All right, 1-1. All right, as Golovich hits a nice passing shot, Yala tried to come to the net for volley, but too good. Golubic, love 15. Love 15. As we go back in from Yala to the forehand of Golubic. Yala back in down the line's a winner, 15-0. Also, chat, we're almost at 300 likes. Don't forget to subscribe as well. We're trying to get to 270k. As it a forehand now from Yala. That goes long. 15-30. As we get a forehand now from Yala. Goes wide. 15-40. Golovich to take the break in the third. 15-40. Please don't put scores in the chat. All right, Yala backhand to the slice of Golubic. Into the front of Yala. Yala hits it out, though. And there's the break. Golubic 2-1 in the final set. All right. All right. All right, 2-1. Thanks, Deb. All right, we're still fighting. It's been annoying. All right, 2-1. Golovich to serve. She's got the break in the final set here. As Yala backhand goes in the net. And it's 15-love. So yeah, I'm not sure when Yala's going to be playing, if she's going to be playing qualies of Wuhan. I don't know if she's confirmed that she's playing Wuhan. But I guess if she is, and if she does lose this match, she'll go straight to Wuhan. As the backhand return goes into the forehand of Golubic. Golubic in the net. 15-0. But it's way too early to count out Yala. I mean, it's only one break. At the start of the third, we've got so much more time. Crazy to think it's over. All right. 30-15. As Yala wins the point, Golovich hits it out, 30-all. 30-all. Chance for Yala to get back on serve. Serve to the back of Yala. Forehand from Golovich is out. Sloppy forehand by Golovich. All right, break back point for Yala, 30-40. To get back the break. 30-40. As Golovich serves. Into the back of Yala, return the forehand to Golovich. Yala back on the stretch. Golovich down the line forehand. Yala gets it. Golovich with the backhand cross court. That's a great shot. And we get to deuce. Beautiful one-handed backhand. All right, deuce. As that goes out by Yala, advantage Golovich. To go to 3-1. As Golovich serves a fault, second serve. Double fault from Golovich. All right, back to deuce. Ugh. That was poor. Golovich serves. And great return from Yala. Golovich with a slice. Yala with a drop shot. Golovich gets it. But it's long, and Yala gets another break point. Great rally by Yala. All right. As Yala with a forehand. Golovich with a forehand on the stretch. Goes long. We're back on serve. That's what happens. Yala just too strong. All right, 2-2. Good fight back. More excited with Osaka event, though. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, 2-0. Yala back on serve as we get a back from Golovich. Into the back of Yala. There's Golovich with the slice. Yala goes down the line. Slice from Golovich again. As Yala forehand goes into the forehand of Golovich. The back of Yala. As Golovich gets it back. Yala on the attack. Golovich with the forehand again on the stretch. Yala backhand. Good angle. Golovich gets it. Yala with the slice forehand on the stretch. Golovich is there with a slice backhand as Yala cross-court forehand winner. 15-love. Great rally. 15-love. Swiatek got bageled by a billionaire heiress. Hard to believe. She got bageled by Madison Keys on clay. I think that's harder to believe. Really? Why don't you just say she got bageled by Navarro? Why do you... God. So it's always just so weird. Such a weird thing to say. Imagine if we describe players by their parents' occupations for everybody. Well, Swiatek lost to a psychologist's daughter, a dentist's daughter. How weird would that be? Well, I guess Swiatek's losing to a tennis coach's kid. It's why? Why do we do these things? 30-15. It's got such a weird, I don't know. It's got a weird, jealousy tone. I don't know what it is. It's just this weird, envy. She got bageled by a billionaire heiress. And you're like, I can smell envy. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's weird. It just has a weird vibe. As Yala double false 30-0. It's just a weird thing to say. It's a weird thing to point out. By the way, did you see? Good on Swiatek for pointing it out, but the disgusting comments she got when she lost. Yeah. That's the shit that I'm talking about. We're not going to do that. We're not going to put up with that shit anymore here. Well, not that we do anyway, but yeah. That, I was just like, man, that's so sad. 30-0. As it a point now from Golovich. Into the backhand of Yala. Golovich with a slice. Yala comes in with a volley. Golovich backhand pass. In the net. Yala 40-30. Do you get a new wig when you get your sides cut? The previous one, your hair looks awesome always. That was the weirdest sentence ever. Did you diss me, or was that a compliment? I don't understand. It sounded like a diss, wrapped up in a weird compliment. Anyways, 40-30, Yala to get the lead. Again, as we had a forehand out from Yala to the back of Golovich. Yala forehand down the line. Golovich has got it with a forehand down the line. Back to forehand of Yala. Golovich with a slice. Into the forehand of Yala is Golovich backhand. Again, the forehand of Yala. Golovich with the forehand cross court. Yala's get there with a backhand. Slice from Golovich. As Yala backhand down the line. Golovich gets there with a slice backhand. Yala backhand cross court. Golovich gets with a forehand. It goes in. And then Golovich apparently hit it long. Yala thought it was out. Yeah, Yala thought it was out. She's like, I can't believe you didn't call that out. Yeah, Yala's not happy here. She stopped the point because she thought Golovich hit it long. And there's no Hawkeye, there's lines people, so there is mistakes. But yeah, Yala is not happy. She's going off. She's going off at the umpire. And the umpire could have called that because it was on the side where she was. So if the umpire could have seen that and overruled it if it was out. Yeah, Yala definitely... But she stopped the point. She thought it was long. She thought for sure that was long. Very important point as well. Deuce. Now as we just serve from Yala into the back of Golovich. Yala forehand to the back of Golovich. As Yala with the forehand again. Golovich comes in. And puts it away. With a bit of a shout as well. Advantage Golovich. Just go to Swiatek's Instagram and you'll see. I'm not going to go into detail. Now advantage Golubic. Slice goes into the backhand of Yala. Golubic with the forehand on the stretch. Yala backhand. The backhand slice of Golubic as Yala forehand goes wide. That's a big break. Because Yala should have won that game, according to her. Had that ball been called out, Yala would have been up 3-2. Now she's down to break 3-2. Or 2-3. But yeah, Yala is not happy about that missed call. All right, 3-2 Golubic final set. All right. All right. 3-2 Golubic. She breaks again. Golubic. Okay. Let's see if Golubic can hold. Can hold the break this time. As Yala hits a passing shot winner, love 15. And this could fire Yala up as well, remember. She's not one to let things affect her for long. So it goes out by Yala on the return, 15-0. As Yala return the forehand of Golubic. Yala backhand. Into the forehand of Golubic, who hits a drop shot. Yala comes out with a slice, but it's in the net. 30-15. All right. As Golubic 30-15, serve the fault, second serve. As Yala comes in with a volley. Golubic with a lob. Too good. And Yala gives her a round of applause. That was a great lob. Golubic 40-15. As Golubic looks to consolidate the break. As return goes into the slice of Golubic. Yala with a forehand to the forehand of Golubic. To the backhand of Yala. Golubic forehand on the stretch as Yala goes again to the forehand of Golubic. Into the forehand of Yala, who hits a drop shot. Golubic gets it. Yala with a lob. Goes in. Then Yala comes to the net. Golubic with a pass. Yala with a drop volley winner. Great rally. 40-30. Great rally from Yala. 40-30. Serve again. And Yala hits a return winner. All right, deuce. Again, this match just, when you think you know what's happening, it completely flips around. Deuce. Like, it looks like Golovich is going to start getting some momentum, but then and it all goes to Yala. She starts to recover. All right, deuce. As Golovich serves. A fault. Second serve. As Golovich double faults. Advantage Yala. Advantage Yala to take the break back. As Golovich back into the front of Yala. Golovich back in again. Into the front of Yala as Golovich forehand to the corner. Up goes a lob by Yala. And Golovich with the forehand. Yala's there with a backhand. Into the front of Golovich. Again, the backhand of Yala. Golovich with the forehand slice. Goes in. And then Yala down the line with the forehand. Golovich gets it back. Now Yala in trouble. Goes cross court. What a shot. And then Golovich in the net. Another great rally. All right. 3-all. We're back on serve again. All right. 3-3. The other opponents might be lower ranked, but don't get fooled. They're veterans she's playing. Oh, yeah. This is a very tough opponent for sure. Like, just because Yala is higher ranked does not mean that she's... I mean, it doesn't mean that these players are easy, you know. You know, this match, the Minnan match, both of these matches have been against very tough opposition, very experienced opposition. You know, week in, week out, you know, for over, 10, 15 years, these ladies have been playing, you know. That's what Yala's had to play against. The next match, if Yala wins, will be against Maria, who's, again, another level of experience. She's been around for 20 years, so, yeah. As Yala hits a backhand cross-court, passing shot lob is no good. Yala gets it with a volley, but then the backhand in the net by Golovich. That was a bad miss. 15-0. All right, 15-0. As Yala serves a fault. Second serve. As we're back in from Yala. And then Yala hits it out, 15-30. All right, 15-30. As Yala backhand cross court. Golovich gets it back. Yala comes to the net. Slice Golovich. Yala with a forehand slice. And then a volley from Yala goes wide. 15-40. Break points for Golovich again. As Yala saves 130-40. (30-40) still break point. As the return goes to forehand of Yala. Golovich slice on the stretch. Into the forehand of Yala is Golovich backhand. Slice. Yala goes down cross court with a forehand. Golovich slice again. Yala forehand goes down the line. Golovich puts up a lob. Yala on the attack. Hits a forehand winner. And we get the deuce. All right. Deuce. As Yala serves again. As it a forehand from Yala into the back of Golovich. Yala forehand again. The slice of Golovich. Yala is definitely the more aggressive player. And she hits it wide. But Yala is definitely the one who's trying to go for the win. All right. Advantage, Golovich. Are we watching Ben Shelton next? No. No. I'm leaving the house. I'm taking the day off. All right, advantage, Golovich. I'm going to the movies. All right, forehand down the line goes wide by Yala, 4-3. Hey, Death. The reason why the scoreboard's on delay is because if it's in front of me talking, it just fucks everything up. So that's why. And I'm sorry I haven't replied to you before, but I'm pretty sure I have. The scoreboard is delayed because if it's before I speak, then what's the point? You know what I mean? We already have a rule about spoiling the score. Imagine if the scoreboard spoiled the score as well. That would just ruin it. So it's on a delay on purpose. I mean, even the tennis, right? They don't change the score before they play the point. So, you know. But I'm pretty sure I've answered that before a lot. So, but there you go. That's why. If the scoreboard's before, then it ruins everything. All right. 4-3, Golovich breaks again. Been a whole thing. All right, 4-3. Golovich, can she consolidate the break? Because it has been a lot of breaks in the final set. As that goes in by Yala, and it's 15-love. Hey, Kumar, are you here to make friends, or what are we doing? Just chill, brother. 15-love. As a backhand return goes backhand of Golovich. Four now from Yala. As Golovich puts away the forehand winner. 30-love. By the way, if you think that Yala is going to disappoint her country by losing, you have no idea what you're talking about. The Philippines are proud of Yala no matter what. Exactly, like Rupert said. They're proud with how she's doing. It doesn't matter if she wins or loses right now. But you wouldn't know that. I guess, because you're coming in here trying to fight people, which is really frustrating. That's all right. I hope you have a good day. 40 love. As Golovich backhand. Good shot from Yala on the forehand. Golovich gets back. Yala's down the line in the net. 5-3 Golovich. All right. To take a 5-3 lead. And she will now serve to stay in the match. Yala will serve to stay in the match. All right. Yala serving to stay in the match. As the return goes to front of Yala. 4 now from Golovich. And Yala back into the net. Love 15. Serve again. Here's a fault from Yala. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Golovich. Yala goes down the line. Golovich gets it back. Yala with the drop shot is a winner. Tell you what, the drop shots have been good by Yala today. She's had some very successful drop shots, which is good for her to add to a game. 15-all. As Golovich returned the net, 30-15. There's a bit of fault from Yala. Second serve. Second serve into the back of Golovich. Corner from Yala. To the back of Golovich. Yala with the forehand again. The back of Golovich. She goes down the line. Great shot. Yala gets it back. Golovich forehand again. The forehand of Yala. Now Golovich forehand on the stretch. Yala down the line as Golovich slices it back. Then Yala with the forehand slice. Golovich gets it back. Yala forehand again. Golovich backhand slice on the stretch. Yala goes down the line. Golovich gets it, but it's in the net. 40-15. Another good rally. 40-15. 40-15. Serve again from Yala. To make Golovich serve for the match. We've had so many breaks that anything could happen. As we're back in from Yala to the back into Golovich. Golovich in the net. And Yala was going to make Golovich serve for the match. All right. Golovich will serve for the match. By the way, where are we watching from, chat? I haven't asked that one yet. Where are we watching from? Whereabouts are we watching from? We got Chicago, Philippines, New York, Canada, Australia, Pennsylvania, New York, Florida, Texas, California, Maryland, London, Manila. We got the UK. We got Maryland, San Diego, Houston, New Zealand, Abu Dhabi, Arizona, Dubai. All right, 5-4. Here we go. Golovich going to serve for the match. All right, return goes in the back of the Golovich. 400 from Yala as the moon ball. As Golovich makes an error. Love 15. Had a lot of breaks. All right, backhand slice. Golubic hit it out in the approach. All right, love 30. Love 30. Love 30. As with a slice from Yala, Golovich with a drop volley. Yala gets it back. But Golovich goes down the line with a slice. Good pickup by Yala. All right, 15-30. As Golovich serves again. Into the back of Yala. 4-0 from Golovich. Into the back of Yala as Golovich slice. Oh, hit the net, went over. 30-all. 30-all. Planet Earth is probably the worst planet. Bro. Every other planet's worse because you can't live there. 30. It's inhabitable. Yala return winner, 30-40 break point. You said Earth is the worst? Come on. Come on. All right, break back point, 30-40. Worst inhabited planet? It's got no competition as we know, that we know of. All right, 30-40. Backhand goes in to the forehand of Golovich. Backhand again from Yala. Golovich on the attack. Hits it long. We're back on serve. Are we surprised, though? 5-5. Venus is an inhabitable part. Okay, nerd. All right. 5-5. We'll come in here being smart now. All right. Didn't realize this was science class all of a sudden. Nerds. 5-5. 5-all. Yala back on serve. Winner of this place tomorrow in the semis as we return now to the front of Yala. 4 now from Golovich. Sliced in the net. 15-love. Yala's been winning 7-5 third sets pretty much all week. So here we are again. 15-love. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Golovich. Good return. Yala gets it back. Golovich backhand down the line. Goes long. 30 love. 30 love. As Yala serves. Into the backhand of Golovich. Good return. Yala gets on the stretch. But she hits it wide. 30-15. All right, 30-15. Serve to the backhand slice of Golovich. Return goes back into Yala. That's a winner. 40-15. Yala to take the lead. 40-15. As the return goes in the back of Yala, Golovich forehand. Into the forehand of Yala on the stretch. Golovich forehand cross court. Yala's got it. With the backhand, Golovich slices it back. Yala goes down the line. Golovich forehand cross. Yala backhand down the line again. Slice from Golovich. Into the forehand of Yala, but Yala hits it wide and it's 40-30. 40-30. All right, 40-30. As Yala serves again. Slice from Golovich goes in the backhand of Yala. Golovich forehand on the stretch. Yala backhand down the line. Goes out. All right, deuce. Feel like lately, chat, we've been just watching absolute bangers. Does anyone else feel like that? Like, it just feels like every match we've watched recently has been crazy good on the women's side. On the men's side, man. But on the women's side, I mean, yesterday, Gauff-Lees was okay. Yala Minen, Swiatek Navarro, Paolini versus Anisimova. This match, I mean, it's been fire. Yala Carver was crazy. Even Sinner Dimonov was crazy. Gauff Bencic, Ruud Alcaraz, Pegula Raducanu. I mean, it's been crazy, right? There's only been a couple of, like, maybe 2 or 3 matches that have been, like, boring, but it's been a crazy few days of tennis. Like, 3 setters all round. That goes out by Yala. Advantage for Golovich. Advantage Golovich to take the break and serve for the match again. Serve again. Into the front of Golovich. Yala with the drop shot. Too good. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. As we just 7 to the slice of Golovich. Return goes to the front of Yala, who hits another drop shot. This time Golovich gets it with a slice. And Yala can't get the forehand. That's a great slice backhand from Golovich. All right, advantage Golovich. To take the break and serve the match again. As Yala serves a fault. Second serve. Serve. Into the back of Golovich. Return the front of Yala. Golovich on the stretch. Can't get it. Yala back to deuce. Yala back to deuce. All right, first serve was a fault. Second serve. As Yala puts it away, and it's advantage. Advantage, Yala to take the lead. Advantage, Yala. As the backhand return goes in the back of Yala. Forehand from Golovich. Into the back of Yala. It's Golovich forehand again. To the back of Yala is Golovich with a forehand on the line. Yala gets it back. Golovich goes to the back of Yala. Now Golovich in trouble with a slice. She hits it out. Yala takes the lead. 6-5. Yala's hard attack games. I know, right? The last three matches have just been crazy. Crazy. All right, Yala holds. 6-5. Golovich will serve to stay in the match. All right. This last set has gone for an hour. So we've now gone over 2 hours. Not as long as our previous matches, but still pretty intense. Also, Shelton versus Goffman's coming up later today. Other players like Runa. You've got Tiafoe's playing today. You got Rude playing today. Fritz is playing today. And other players too. Pegula versus Navarro is playing today. We're not watching any of those matches. I'm just saying what the matches are happening. So I'm not watching them, but we are watching Djokovic Cilic, which is coming up in about 6 hours. So that'll be fun. All right, Golovich serving to stay in the match. Into force. No, I'm not going to say it. All right, Golovich serving. Yala was down 5-3. As Golovich serves. Into the forehand of Yala. Return goes back into Golovich. Yala forehand into the slice of Golovich. Golovich hits it out. Love 15. Love 15. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got, if Yala does get through this match, we will watch her tomorrow play against Maria. So yeah. As a return from Yala goes in the slice of Golovich. Yala backhand cross court. Golovich gets it on the stretch. Goes down the line. Yala gets it back. But hits it out. 15-0. Maria who? Tatiana Maria. Maria is her surname. All right, 15-0. As Golovich serves again. Into the back of Yala. Good return to the back of Golovich. Yala. Oh, Golovich hit it out. 15-30. $15-30. Two points away, Yala, from taking the win. She serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the front of Yala. As with a forehand from Golubic. Hits it out. It's match point Yala. 15-40. To steal the win and get to the semis. This would be her best win since the US Open as well. Her first top 100 win since the US Open, where she beat Towson in that ridiculous comeback. All right. 15-40, 2 match points. And she'll play someone she's never beaten in the next round, who she's lost to 4 times, which will be really interesting. Backhand return goes in the front of Golovich. And Golovich hits a winner. 30-40, 1 saved. 30-40. Cool. So tomorrow we're watching Sinner at night. So I got the whole day off. Let's go. All right. Return from Yala? No. It's a fault from Golubic. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Yala. Golubic in trouble. As Yala backhand again to the slice of Golubic. Yala backhand again. Into the forehand of Golubic. Again the backhand of Yala. As Golubic forehand down the line. Yala gets on the stretch. But hits it wide. Deuce. Match point saved. Deuce. There was a chance there. 2 big chances. All right, deuce. As Golubic hits a good forehand. And Yala in the net. Advantage Golubic to get to the... To win the game. Survive. Serving to the backhand of Yala. Good return. Golubic forehand on the stretch. Yala backhand again. The forehand of Golubic on the stretch. Yala in control. Hits a forehand again to the forehand of Golubic. Yala forehand again. Into the slice of Golubic. As Yala with the forehand cross down the line. Golubic passing shot is a winner. Tiebreak. We can say it now. Tiebreak. We're going to a tiebreak. We're going to a tiebreak. I'm going to go stick with the Yala. But let me know who you got. Shootout to finish. First to 7. Let me know who you got. All right. Yala serves first. As a return from Golubic goes into the backhand of Yala. Golubic slice. Into the backhand of Yala as Golubic with the forehand on the stretch. Goes down the line for a winner. Beautiful shot. 1-love. Golubic takes the first point. 1-0. A lot of people going with Yala. A few people going Golubic though. 1-0. Golubic serves again. Into the forehand, Yala puts it in the net. 2-love Golubic. As Yala return goes in, but it was a fault. Second serve. Serve to the front of Yala. Return goes to the front of Golubic. Yala backhand down the line. Goes long. 3-love Golubic. Three, 0. It's only 1 mini break, though. We know that in this match, we have had a lot of breaks. Serve has not been... People haven't been holding serve, so... Three, 0. As Yala serves a fault. Second serve. As the return goes back into Yala, forehand from Golovich. To the back of Yala as Golovich backhand to the forehand of Yala. Into the slice of Golovich. Yala forehand again. Golovich slices it back. Into the forehand slice of Yala. That's a great shot. Golovich gets it back. Then Yala goes down the line. Golovich then hits a forehand winner down the line. Too good. 4-love. 4-0. Double mini break. But if anyone's going to come back from this situation, it's probably Rafa Nadal or Carlos Alcaraz or maybe Djokovic or Yala. 4-0. Seven to the back into Golovich. Forehand from Yala. Golovich with a slice again. Yala drop shot. Golovich gets it with a drop shot back. 5-0. 5-love Golubic in the tiebreak. It's first to 7 in regular, like outside of the slams, it's first to 7. All right, 5-0. Golubic 2 points away from the win. 7 the back end of Yala. Return goes to front of Golubic. Yala backhand. Again, the front of Golubic. Yala with the pass. Goes wide. 6-0. They change ends. Golubic to take 6 match points as they change ends. Man. Has Golubic won 10 points in a row? That can't be right. Maybe she has, though. From 1540, has she won 10 points in a row? That's kind of crazy if that's true. Let me check. No. She was down match point at 30. Oh, no, she has. Wow. Okay. And now she's got 6 match points. That's crazy. From 1540 down, winning 10 points in a row is crazy. All right. 6 match points for Golubic. Serve in the back of the Yala. Return goes in. Golubic forehand. Down the line's a winner. That's too good. All right. Golubic takes the Yala out. Tough loss. But another learning curve for Yala. Another tough lesson to learn. But that's the thing about these ladies, right? I mean, these especially these experienced players, they are tough. Golubic is mentally very, very tough. She won the last 11 points in a row. From match point down, didn't lose a point, which is crazy for anybody to do that. But you know, these experienced players, Yala's she got a couple of wins this week through against those type of players, but Golubic was just one too many. Man. But look, Yala will learn. You know, it's another tough lesson, just like the Eastbourne final. And I don't know if she's going to play Wuhan next week in the qualies or what, but we'll see what happens. I suggest that she probably doesn't because she's been playing really well. She's got, made the quarterfinals or better of the last 4 events. What's the point in going and losing first round of a qualifying or second round qualies, right? I would say Yala should skip Wuhan and just have a week off and then come back stronger for the last bit of the year. But I'm not a coach, so come back, go. Don't play Wuhan. Go to Japan and play Osaka first, and then go play whatever after that. But there you go. Golovich gets the win in dramatic fashion. If Yala gets a wild card to Wuhan, why not? Oh, if she gets a wild card for sure, but if she gets if she has to play qualifying, I'd suggest she withdraws. But if she gets a wild card, then yeah, she doesn't have to play qualies for sure. By the way, if you are leaving, don't forget to sub on the way out. Come on back. We've got plenty more tennis for the season. Enjoy your afternoon off. Yeah, I'll be back in 6 hours to watch Djokovic, so it's going to be it's not going to be much of an afternoon. It's going to be pretty quick. The movie takes 3 hours, so there's half my time, and then I'll be back in no time. Time to watch Shelton. We'll enjoy. Why are people demanding me to do things? I told you, I'm not watching. This is the only match we're watching right now. I'm not watching Shelton. Get tennis TV. Go get tennis TV. Watch Shelton. Go get tennis TV. Shelton's playing right now. Wildcard's more taxing than two qualifying matches. Wildcard is more taxing? No, it's not. You mean less taxing? Watching Yala? Okay, cool. All right. Enjoy your Vienna bread? What do you mean? Well, I don't know what that is. Yeah, no complaining. I appreciate that people want me to watch tennis with them, but I gotta live life a little too. Especially during the time when most people are not paying attention to tennis. So I got to get outside and live. Recharge. I'm running on fumes. I thought this was your life. Come on. What, work is my life? I do need to do other things. So that I can enjoy streams even more. $1,000 for a match request, exactly. I'm playing. I know. Safriala, but meant to be get ready for big games. Well, look, Yala had a great week either way. Yala had a great week and another learning curve, but should be fine. She's got a couple more events this year, so yeah, should be great. She'll do great. She's been very consistent, quarterfinals or better at the last 4 tournaments, so you can't say that's a bad run. You know, she got tired against Chen when she lost that match. Today, she just lost to a better, the more experienced player. And she's won a title and, had a very good run. She's been very, very solid the last, 5 weeks. And she's at a career high ranking as well. Yeah. I don't know if Yala's playing next week. I don't know. We'll see. We will find out together. All right. I'm going to send you over the Djokovic match, which starts in 6 hours. There it is. Yala goes down to Golovich in a close 3-setter. 2-6, 6-2, 7-6. Golovich saves 2 match points and wins the last 11 points in a row, including the 7 points in the tiebreak. To get the win, she's going to take on Mirra tomorrow. So a bit of a battle of the veterans there. But Yala will be back. We'll watch her again when she comes back, but Golovich too good.